Hello. Well, it's 1:03 a.m. I am wide awake and in my craft room. I came in to look at my Grungy journal. It's looking very shiny. I put on the remember I couldn't open the crackle glaze undercoat. Well, I undid it, I painted it, and then when I came to bed I realised that it was dry, so I went over with the Deco Mache, the actual crackle. So I went on with that, and as I'm spreading that around, I got some of my printer's file. There's not a lot left on this piece, and I actually just, while it was just still slightly tacky, I went around and rubbed on. Shiny side up and rub. So as you can see, that has picked up all the corrugated all the corrugated lines. I've still got my little girl under there. You can't really see her at the moment that well because the crackle glaze is like thick creamy colour. It will dry clear, but all that decoupaging I did is still under there. So we've got the crackle and we've got some of the gold. Oh, you can see it there. So this is still very, very sticky. And I'm just going to pop this to one side. And I've been looking at another page for in journal. And this will be page, well, it'll be page 24. It's the second one I'm doing, but it'll be page 24. Page 25, because I'm going to try and work through, do a page for each day of December. It's coming along nicely. Quite pleased with that. I will probably do, well, I will do more at it. But I'm just sort of getting it together, and then I can add my little finishing touches, you know, like tabs and things like that, and journal jewellery and stuff. Let's just glue that down. It's just coming up a little bit. So yeah. So I thought, while I'm in here, I will, oops, bit of glue on there. I'll have a go at page 24. Start to get page 24 right. So I've been messing around with a few bits and pieces, so I thought I'd show you what I'm going to do. So this is page 24. Got a bit of a catastrophe in the corner there. It's some of the eco dyed rusted paper. I've put my strip of this. It's like a cotton bookmaker's tape. I've just put a strip down there. There was a little hole here which I've stitched around, stitched a piece on. However, there is another little hole there. So I will do something about that, but not at this second, the same as I will do something about that. So what I thought I'd do is, using some of the Tim Holtz wallpapers, I've got my box of Tim Holtzy things here. Using my wallpapers, I just folded it in half, probably to about there, and then I've cut across, cut down and cut out my own tab there. And so what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to neaten that little bit. What I'm going to do now is I want to put something down here, because this is the bit that you will see. And I'm going to use some of this Queen Elizabeth II catering. I don't know where I've got it from. Queen Elizabeth II Hospital Catering Department. Let's just... Am I in frame? Yeah. Just going to do that. Where does that go along? Yes. I'm going to put some glue on here. Because the bit sticking out of the top, I don't want the tab, I don't want it to be white like that. Just going to do that. I'm going to stick that on there. Let's get my little burnishing tool. Talking quietly, I don't know why, because hubby's fast asleep in bed. Olivia's been to the wedding, she's at her boyfriend's now, and I'm just here. I was actually just getting up to do myself some warm milk when I fell into my craft room and thought, come on, let's get a little bit more done. You're wide awake. Let's get some more of this journal done. So here I am. So I'm just cutting around that tab, around, and up there. So now when I do that, oh look, little bits come off there. Never fear. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut that there like that, and then I'll just round those corners. Let's get some smaller scissors there. So just round them off a little tiny bit. There we go. Okie dokie. I'm then going to glue up. Shall I round those corners as well? I think they look quite pretty actually. Let's round that one. Yes. That one. I think I need to round those then, don't I? That one. And this one going to fit in my sheeny. Yep. There we go. I'm talking very quietly. You might have to turn the volume up. Maybe I should just talk a bit louder as well. That's there. I'm going to go up each side to close the file folder. Let's just move that bit of glue. And stick that down. Aren't they lovely, these vintage style wallpapers, these Christmassy ones? I really like them. Right, that's that. So we will just allow that to dry. So here I want to punch, as you know, I explained last time, I'm going to use one of these rusty file fasteners to fix these papers into the journal. So I'm just going to punch my holes here like that and that. So I just find the middle by folding it in half. Get my punch, line it up. Let me stand up. I'm a bit sort of in my own, shadow here. Move my light. Very different crafting at night, isn't it, than daytime? There it is. I'll just put a little mark on it. Obviously not been eating enough carrots. There we go. I've lined that up. And punching it goes. So that should now line up exactly with that, and it does. So on here now, I need to put this, because I'm actually going to fasten. Got another one of these. I'm going to fasten this in with one of these. This is a really rusty one. They rusted so easily. I can't remember. You can buy them on from any stationers. Little paper clip. I got mine from work actually, but we just got them from a stationery supplies, but you can buy them on not Facebook. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember. Do you know, I watch other videos of other journal and crafters and the like. Oh, what's it called? I just can't quite remember. That's how I am. Let's do this again. So I've just folded it to get my middle bit. I'm going to take it. There it is. Do you know, I'm just going to mark it again. I'm going to take it across where the whole holes they are there. Let's see. I don't want these. I want that in the middle. But how far into these holes go? Let me look. Yeah. I didn't want them coming sort of right across. If they do, they do. No, they don't. So that is nice. Now I'm going to put that on there. I'm actually going to line them up because I want this in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is put one of these hole punches, and hopefully, nope, I'm not going to do that. No. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Right. So that's where I need to put the holes. That doesn't reach. I don't think my style of crocodile will reach. So let's see if I pull that all the way back. Does that reach those holes? If you've got one of those like big ones, then it probably will. No, that doesn't reach. Oh well, we'll have to think of other ways to do it. We can be resourceful. Right, I'm going to glue this bit down. This was some card I got in a rack. I think I explained that earlier. I'm going to glue that down there. And to make it look, that's the bottom bit, to make it look extra pretty on the top, I'm going to put a couple of these like vintage style rings that I'm going to take off this tab. Whoop. Let's just put a little bit of glue around there. And that's nice. And the same here. So not only does it add to the strength of the hole punches, but it adds to the overall look. There we go. Now one. Oh, I should have done this before. I have cut myself out. This. Let's just distress oxide. Tea. I want to put a little fastener on this because I do want to stuff it full of Tim Holtzy things so that whoever gets this can do their own decoupage and things within it. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. And I can use this on here. Let's line that up. And then I want my, oh, where have you gone here? My little rusted brad. Put that through. And then I need to hope that I can just undo this bottom bit. Yep. I'm going to make a little hole with my pokey tool. There. Right, where do I want it? About here. I'm just going to push that through the hole. I'm just going to glue them together a little, not loads, just little tiny. No, in fact, we'll glue those together for the strength. That goes on there. That goes through there. That goes through that hole. That needs to stop moving. And then in here we spread those out. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this strong tape. Is it tear? Nope. On the back. Sticky tape. Just on the back of that, so that when you put things in and out, it doesn't, if you're pushing something in and you catch your nail, ooh, and that goes under your nail, that is painful. Righty, we're back. So next, there we go. I am going to put, as this, and I've got some string. She says I have got some string. I want to put that goes through this one that I need to just make some little, I'm going to do it with my pokey tool. There, because I've done it with the gesso, the paper's actually quite strong. There's my little piece of, I just had a little piece of cotton. Never mind, I can get another. I've just been pinching them off these tags. Right, so I put this through these holes, through there and through there. I've got some of these in my shop and I will, well, I haven't got them in my shop, but I will put them into my shop and I will put a link below. I'm going to put that on, so that goes through there, you're getting the idea. This goes on here and push that down. We fold one of those down and bring the little tab down over that, over both tabs down. Bring that top one down and we push the tab up over that. So that is now hinged into there. I'm not going to glue it in because whoever has the book might want to take it out. They might want to do some other, put some other things in it. Right, so next I need my piece of, so I haven't glued that yet, my piece of strings. Let's just cut another bit of this super strong. The minute I stick this string on, you know what'll happen? I'll find the other piece. Just sort of appear. Oh, I could do. Oh, or do I use this string? Do you know what? I'm going to use this string. Maybe that's why the other piece got itself lost. I'm going to use this string. Let's cut a piece. There we go. I'm actually starting to feel a bit excited this afternoon for Christmas. I was like, oh, and when I was sorting out today, I found this afternoon, I found these and I thought, oh, I could do a page with one of these and put all ribbon around it. I thought whoever gets this book could use the ribbon then for wrapping up prezzies. Right, I'm going to put this in here, on here. So I want that to come around there. I'm going to put that about there. And my little piece of this. Let's just glue it a bit for extra security. And put that there. And then let's pull that forward a bit. We put some more glue on here. So this is our hinge. And we barb our little file folder into there, about the middle. Oh, I like that. I like that very, very much. And we're just at the edge of the paper. A little bit of spillage going on. Just wipe that up. Same at this end. Then put that down and just make sure that's on there. So tomorrow we're going out for Sunday. Well, I suppose it's Sunday now. We're going out for a late lunch that my husband's arranged. And it'd be really nice because oh yeah, it helps if you put it on both sides, doesn't it? He's arranged for us to, couldn't understand why it wasn't sticking down, to lunch, but we're going to a nice pub where we can take the dogs. Not the dogs there, the dog. So a little old spaniel, well she's not little, a big old lollopy spaniel Boadicea will be coming with us. I like how some of the rust just come onto there. Right, so that will then lift up like that. I was thinking of putting that on the back of there somehow, so I'm just going to put it there. Into there I am going to put a collection of let's get them out. These, you know, Tim Holtz and other vintagey bits that I got. was going to put a collection in there inside a little glassine bag. We'll do that one, that one. Let's put a little Christmas tree. There's a, I might keep the little flash card out there. Merry Christmas. So I'm going to put those in there. Just let me get a little glassine bag. Straight to my little glassine bag drawer. This is one that I've eco-dyed in the past. So if we put those in, then whoever gets this can do a little, if they want to do a little bit of collage there themselves, they can. Now that I think will be too tall. Let's fold it down a bit. I think it might be too wide, but we can fold that, bring them down, fold it in a bit, fold it in, fold it down. I'm into spots now, spotty bits and pieces. Put that in there. And then with this, we just take that around. Doesn't want to go. There we go. We will just wrap that around a couple of times and just leave that dangling, so that looks nice. Then I got off my friend, dear friend Sabine, and I've started to take it apart. This, now look at that. Is it called Illumination? This writing that it's like the monks and scribes used to do way back in medieval times. And it's a bridge score pad. Beautiful, isn't it? So I took some papers out because I thought, oh, I could put those behind there like that. What do you think? But then I thought, oh, should I put them on with the cover? But I actually not so sure that for this it's beautiful, but that for this it is the right, it's the right thing. I think the colours are wrong for this page, so I'm not going to do that. So I am going to get I've got a small stapler here. I think I've put 1, 2, 3, 4. It says we and there, and it's Verona, Point de Pietra, Florence, Verona, Venezia, Rialto Bridge in Venice, and Rome. I've been to all of those except for the Verona one. I love Italy. Just put a dirty little rusty thumbprint on that. Right, let's put those together. And there's another little be off this. So I'm then going to, am I going to staple it in? Yes, so let's work out where I want it. Make sure it's straight. Put it about there. And I'm going to get my stapler. And I'm going to go 1, 2. So when that opens back, I'm going to look at putting something under there. And I've got a little notepad here. That's there. We've got the glassine bag in there. Actually, there's my envelope here. I'm going to put some stamping on there. Sorry about my arms keep moving around. Oh dear. So this is another Christmas stamp I got. That looks like writing. I have to just keep. I had to put T on so I knew which was the top. Just got in there like that. There we go. That's nice. I will use this envelope. It's coming very nicely though as my stamping envelope. Put some Christmas stamps on these as well. Right, so I got that out to put 24 on, but then I found this ticket which says 24. So I think I will. I'm going to wash this in the. Give that a wash in the morning. I've just been watching Wendy's Journal Creations. Is it called Wendy's Journal Creations? Oh, with Leo the cat. I love him. He just like, Wendy's doing her work and he just comes on and he just like knocks everything off. So funny. So I think we'll put that there. Oh, we could put it on with this little rusty paper clip because that was just asking for a part to play. I have got some of the Tim Holtz tiny ones, but seeing as that jumped out at me, that's there. Then I have got Glad Tidings. So we can put that, should we put that there? Or should we put it there? I think we'll put it there. Am I going to put it on anything? No, I don't want to. Just go around the edge. I'm really pleased with this page. If I do 25 decorated pages like this journal is going to have the biggest gator mouth going. But my goodness, it's going to be a fabulous journal. Absolutely fabulous. You have to watch out for my mid-season sale in Etsy. That'll be not mid-season, end of season. The end. I normally do a mid-season and an end of season sale. So it's 21st of September will be autumn, season of mist and mellow fruitfulness. So I will be doing an end of season sale around then. I think I might be doing about 20% off, so watch out. I'm saying might because I might choose not to. I think that looks really nice. I need to put something on the back. I need to stick something on the back there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Queen Elizabeth, the hospital catering department. I think we'll just go on there. Then it's used up. When I was nursing, I nursed, trained in the 80s. I nursed for 20 odd years. I was a children's nurse. And it was so different to now. I mean, as nurses, we actually got fed, not only the nurses, but the patients. We got beautiful, healthy food. Whereas now, it just seems to be it's not cooked on site, it's brought in, maybe frozen stuff. It's just not what it was. It used to be beautiful, nutritious. In fact, they were all the things were everything was privatised. Food, catering, sorry, catering is food. Food, cleaning, everything was privatised, and that was the end of that. But when I was there, I keep saying to my daughter, when I was nursing, and she's like, not 200 years ago, when I was nursing, you know, we had proper caterers. We had proper healthy food. That's really nice. So we've got 24 and 25. I need to do something about this ripped corner. What can I put on there? Let's have a look. Let's have a look in my little Tim Holtz box. Ooh, Yuletide. Could put these, by the way, these words are from G.I. Kerr's shop. So I could put that actually on this side, Yuletide, there, or across the top, and it'll sort of fix both sides. Just looks a bit random there though, doesn't it? Just Yuletide. Let's have a look what else we've got. Oh, Merry. Could put that on the other side actually. Let's put that on there because it's got the rounded corner as well. Yes, I like that. Yeah, so our food was cooked fresh and it was healthy and nutritious. So when I was in hospital a couple of months ago, June, end of June, 21st of June actually, I used to get this tick list around. You ticked it off the day before. I mean, how do you know how you're going to be feeling? When I was nursing, it used to be, you know, these big trolleys would come and the big hospital cooked food in that would be, you know, a lasagna or with vegetable lasagna, meat pie. There'd be cooked dinners, like beef and Yorkshire pudding, and there'd be a range for different diets and different palates, you know, for if you were on like soft diets and things like that. This is nothing like that now. Nothing. It's just these, and the salads were beautiful too. So my friend was in hospital and she had bowel cancer. She seems to be doing okay now, and she needed a liquid diet, and there wasn't one. There just wasn't one. So what they did, the nurse actually just gave her a cup of soup. Can you believe it? A cup of soup that the nurse had brought for her own food, her own tea. So the nurse went without her cup of soup. That's just not that one. The nurse went without her cup of soup. I'll just pull that back. The nurse went without her. I've decided now they're too close in colour. I'm going to put special delivery there. Yeah, so the nurse went without her cup of soup. I mean, on duty and having a cup of soup because there's no nice subsidised cafe, a restaurant for you to eat your food. And we used to get served as well because, you know, when you're doing your shifts and you're stood up and then you have to go and queue for your food. But now you were served. Yeah, so this poor nurse had got a cup of soup for her tea and she ended up giving it to my friend who had bowel cancer and was on fluid-only diet because she'd had part of her bowel resected, and she had to have her meal off a nurse, and I mean, you cannot call a cup of soup, you cannot call a cup of soup a nutritious meal that is for somebody who has, oh, I don't think you can, somebody recovering from cancer surgery. There we go. What do we think? Do we need anything else? Do we need anything else? Let's have a look. Something small. Do we need a little... Do we have a stamp on? Trading stamp. I think they look quite nice, those, actually, there. Do we do... Let's just put 2 on. There. Yeah, so cup of soup. I mean, that, to me, that's not nutritious for the nurse, and it's not, certainly not nutritious for the patient, and it's appalling that the patient had the nurse's soup. I always make sure my daughter has something nutritious to take to work. I don't know what that when she moves out. They just have a wagon that comes around that sells pasties and pies, which is just not enough. And they have like that. So yeah, they have they can get a potato, you know, a jacket potato. Wow. But by the time they've queued up for the food, you know, it's time to go back on duty. Anyway, let's get off my high horse and look at this. So that is page 24. I'm going to do something with that yet. There. Lovely. 24 and 25. Tomorrow we're doing 23. Do you like these? I think they only do a special 24 and a special 25. I'm going to have to make my own 1 to 23s. Because everything is 25, 25. I think even these... Oh no, it doesn't say 25. But a lot of these things... So even like these little tickets are £25. So I'll have to look for something else. So do you like those? If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Sharon and this is Be Divine Vintage. Thank you.